Another banner, another round of debates. Who did it better? Augusta, Septimon's radiant sun warrior, or Enefa, the scrappy mechanical genius? Let's find out, shall we? Let's start with Augusta. She's the very definition of solar power incarnate, associated directly with the sun. Augusta embodies blazing strength and commanding authority. Her entire design radiates solar imagery, her red hair, her confident stance, and especially the shining sun emblem on her forehead. But she isn't just a warrior. As the Ether of Septimon, she commands respect in the politics as much as she does in the arena. Referred as an undefeated gladiator and a brilliant strategist, Augusta is as much about leadership as she is about raw, unyielding strength. In combat, she is a new 5-star Electro DPS Resonator wielding a broadblade. Her kit is as follows. Normal attacks. A sequence of heavy strikes, combos and aerial moves. Enhanced heavy attacks. Once her prowess bar is full, she dashes through her target dealing damage. Resonator skill. A leaping electro slam that both dishes out damage and fills up prowess. Forte circuit. A 3-step aerial combo that gives a stack to her majesty bar. Resonance liberation. Normal. Deals damage. Resonant liberation. Ultimate. Can only be used if you have 2 majesty stacks. Time itself freezes as Augusta unleashes devastating electro slashes and ends it with a finishing blow. On the other side, we have Enefa, a character whose story couldn't be more different. While Augusta was born to rule, Enefa was built to serve, crafted in the Cling Clang Crumb Cake Crash Shop in Nutcry from mechanical parts gathered across the world. Enefa was designed as a multifunctional domestic automaton, essentially a maid. But here's the twist, she gained autonomy. She isn't just a tool, she's a companion with her own will, carving out her place as something far greater than her original purpose. In combat, Enefa shines as a 5-star electro polearm user, specializing in off-field damage, shielding and team buffs. Normal attacks. Up to 4 swift polearm strikes with a charge spin for AoE damage. Elemental skill. Summons the optical flow shield, a barrier especially effective against electro, and calls forth Brigitta, her robot partner, who continuously zaps enemies even when Enefa is swapped out. Elemental burst. Powers up Brigitta for a massive AoE blast. If Brigitta is already active, the burst refreshes her timer, while also buffing nearby allies' elemental mastery, scaling up from Enefa's attack. Unique reaction, Lunar Charged. Whenever Electro Charged is triggered with Enefa in the team, it upgrades into Lunar Charged. Instead of a simple zap, a thundercloud attaches to the enemies, striking them repeatedly with Electro that can crit, ignores defense, and skills off Enefa's attack and elemental mastery. Put simply, it's Electro Charge on steroid. So, when it comes to new characters, Augusta might look like the shiny prize of the patch. A 5-star Electro DPS with a flashy gimmick slapped on. On paper, she's supposed to stand out, but let's be honest, her new gameplay isn't really new at all. It's just electro damage, dressed up in a few extra bells and whistles. She's basically the same as other 5-star Electro characters. Sure, the devs gave her some sparkle, but it's the same old bait, fancy visuals with a little payoff. Now, Enefa, entirely different story. She doesn't just join the roster, she changes it. Her kit introduced Lunar Charge, a completely fresh elemental reaction that literally no one else has. It's unique, it's simple, and it actually makes you rethink for skipping her. And let's not forget how Augusta's kit is described. This is what it looks like. Who actually wants to read all of that? Not gacha players, that's for sure. They don't read. And yet, here we are, trying to sell this character to them. That's like selling a high-end headphone to a deaf person, or telling a blind person to go bird watching. Sure, in overview, I summarized her kit in few sentences, but in reality, understanding what she actually does reads more like a full-on research paper. Enefa, on the other hand, couldn't be more straightforward. You don't need to dig through a thesis or cross-reference a dozen pages to grasp her playstyle. Her kit can be summed up in 2 or 3 sentences. She creates a shield, summons her robot companion Brigitta for off-field support, and upgrades Electro Charge into Lunar Charge for extra damage. The value is immediately obvious, and you can start building your team around her without consulting a manual the size of a college textbook. That's smart design, it respects the player and lets you get straight to the fun. And then there's aesthetics. Augusta is way too hot, to the point where it's become distracting. Like, how are you supposed to focus on rotating timings when she's an eye candy? Eneva, on the other hand, is balanced. She's like diet yogurt, bearable but not tasty. That's the kind of character you actually want to use in the long term. And one last thing is one of her voice lines. Just listen to it.
Winners win!
This has the same energy as people die when they are killed. At the end of the day, the choice is obvious. Eneva brings something new to the table, reshape the game with her new reaction, and does it all without needing a manual the size of a college textbook. Augusta? She's just another shiny trap banner. Eneva is clearly the winner.